Just to sir, our principal sir has joined, sir.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. I have so. Good evening, Jairam sir.
Good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
நான் வந்து பேச வேண்டியது
வேண்டியதில்லை சார்.
கூட நிக்கணுமா வேண்டாம்?
வேண்டியதில்லை சார். கேமரா இண்டிகேஷன் வருமே.
Sir, Valluvan sir.
சார் குட் ஈவினிங் சார். வந்துட்டேங்க சார், லைன்ல வந்துட்டேன்.
Line. Okay, okay.
நீங்க பேசுறீங்க சார். Mr. Sendil, our principal, Dr. Jayaraman, and myself are on the line. Jishnu?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, we are present. Our principal and myself present here. I will also.
Sir, good evening to all, sir. This is Sendil, sir.
Good
Yeah.
evening, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Sendil.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah, now I have switched on my
Yes.
video also. Your video and Jishnu's video is not coming. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So good evening to everyone. This is
Good evening.
Vishnu Radhakrishnan from Pantech e-learning.
Good evening, Jishnu.
Yeah, good evening, sir. So from today onwards, a new program will be started for the next 5 days. So it is nothing but future scope of engineering in global development. So this is conducted by Pantech as well as in coordination with Velalar College of Engineering and Technology, Erode. So here our facilities are Dr. Jayaraman sir, Principal of Velalar Colleges, and Valuan sir. So Dr. K.R. Valuan sir, Professor of ECE Department and Controller of Examination, will be providing the welcome address as well as introduction to 5 days national level industrial training program. Sir, you can take over, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Respected Principal Dr. M. Jayaraman, our beloved Mr. M.R. Sendil Kumar of Pantech, the resource person of today's session, Mr. Jishnu Prasad. I am Valluvan, Professor ECE Department. It's a new experience for us. This pandemic situation is teaching us many things new. In my 35 years of experience, both in the industry and also in the academia line, all along as a professor or as a student, as an engineer, and now as a professor in electronics and communication engineering field, all along I have been thinking that doing things with hands and seeing people person to person, working with the systems in the presence of a scenario is the engineering part. But now the pandemic situation has given us a new domain for learning and also working. This program is the second of a kind in our experiment to transfer knowledge from the resource persons to the student community in general and the academic community in particular. The point here is we tried an experiment in the last month. We thought since AICTE has given an opportunity and also an approval to conduct the internship program, which is the most demanding for any electronics engineer or for that matter, any engineering student, to go to a factory or an organization, be there physically present and then learn new things so that it will be of mutual usage for both the industry and the engineering graduate. But since AICTE gave the permission to conduct the program of internship online by the engineering graduates staying at home, that gave us a flash. Why not we conduct? And we tried that I discussed with the Pantech people at large, and we worked out a schedule so that we conducted a 50.
Hello.
That okay, if the internship program itself can give such a large success, why not we continue this? So in line with that, we discussed further with the Pantech solutions, and they also agreed to conduct a 5-day national training program for the budding engineers on the scenario, on the future prospects for engineering online. So we have a tremendous response for this. I request our principal to utter the statistics related to that. We are overwhelmed by the response. In fact, that gives us more confidence. There is no boundary for teaching and learning process. In fact, knowledge transfer is boundaryless. We all have heard the story of Yagalvya, the disciple who learned from Dronacharya without physically attending these classes, and he became almost equal to Arjuna in archery. So, no doubt, all our budding engineers are much like Yagalvya, wherein which we can learn through online to excel in our respective fields. I welcome all the participants, the organizers, and I also request your presence for the entire 5-day duration so that you reap the benefits to the maximum extent possible. We thank our management of Velalar College of Engineering and Technology for allowing us to get associated with the Pantech to organize this program. I personally thank our principal, Dr. Jayaraman, who has been always motivating all the faculties to learn new things, to take it forward to the student community. I thank Pantech Solutions for bringing in the timely required topics every day and also sparing their best resource persons. I thank above all, I thank all of the participants who have been enthusiastically registering. The number is mind-boggling. In fact, we have crossed 10,000 registrations for this program. I am sure we will all learn from this new experience for taking our career to new heights. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Now the facilitation address will be provided by Dr. M. Jayaraman, sir, Principal of Velalar College of Engineering and Technology, Erode, Tamil Nadu. Sir, you can hand over, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Respected Professor P. Jayachandar, Dean Student Affairs of VCET, Dr. K. R. Valluvan, Controller of Examinations and Professor of VCET, and the Head of the Department, Dr. K. Venkatachalam, Mr. M.R. Sendil Kumar, Pantech Solutions, and Mr. R. Jishnu, Project Engineer. Respected faculty coordinators, Dr. S. Rajan, Mr. M. Vijayan, Professor Kavita, Professor T. Satya, Professor Nachimuthu, and then VCT student coordinators, Pantech coordinators, Mr. N. Srinivasan and Mr. R. Kumarasamy. Then respected professors, participants across India. Good evening to everyone present here. It takes my immense pleasure to participate myself with this inaugural function of the national level 5-day online industrial training program on future scope of engineering in global development, jointly organized by Pantech Solution Chennai and Velalar College of Engineering Technology. On behalf of Velalar Education Trust, Velalar College of Engineering Technology and my own behalf, I wholeheartedly welcome all the keynote speakers, representatives from the Pantech Solution and VCET, and the budding engineers all across India. It is very clear that we are in the transformation process. Completely, we are going into the digital arena. Down the line 5 years, so many technologies going to happen, and we are going to run behind the technology. The technology won't come behind you. So at this juncture, we have to instill the confidence on the students of engineering discipline all over across the India, especially the engineering students should have the lot of skills in the emerging areas. Especially recent past, our Honorable Prime Minister of India launched the Atmanirbhar Bharat project, self-reliant India. It is also used for the local development at the same time for reaching to the global. So locally we have to act and globally we have to reach. So that is the major thing. Especially down the line 5 years, our India is going to receive so many projects. Already more than 25,000 crores worth projects already made available from the scratch in the last month itself. So that shows a lot of scope for the young engineers, provided they have to develop their skills, especially in the emerging areas, because whatever we are going through in the last phase of the science and technology is not going to be there. That is why Dr. K.R. Valluvan pointed out very well. We are not meeting physically. We are not doing anything by human beings. Then we have to see the next generation technologies. Especially the lot of scope is available in the areas of Industry 4.0. Definitely the manufacturing and production is going to be another transformation. So India is always very well leading in the two areas, the manufacturing, another one is the IT solutions. So the young engineering students should know about the many things, not only the knowledge, you have to acquire the skill, you have to improve your skill. So the skill development in Industry 4.0, IoT, electric vehicles, or deep learning, artificial intelligence, and the 5G communications are very much needed. So if you are having the knowledge, then you have to develop yourself. You may be in the second year or third year or final year. So whatever you are learning by this kind of the workshops or the symposium, you have to learn a lot by yourself with the available solutions. So plenty of resources are available online. So you have to develop any one core area. You have to do mini projects. You have to present papers. You have to convert into a project and product at the final year. Then only it will be very useful when you are getting into any of the career opportunities. Definitely, these 5 areas are going to be there is a glooming area, and a lot of the boom is there. So the young energetic engineering student learn a lot, and you have to develop yourself. Previously, the engineering graduate should be in one discipline. Then later interdisciplinary students are required, or the engineering graduates are required. But now the multidisciplinary engineering graduates are required. A mechanical engineer should know about the sensor, should know about the microcontroller, should know about the software. At the same time, an electronics and communication engineering student should know about the mechanical production and then the civil and other related areas. So the conglomeration of the engineering disciplines is going to happen. Hereafter, after the 10 years, we will not produce any engineering in a general discipline. So we have to develop in a multidisciplinary way. So that is why the Pantech solutions and the Department of ECE of VCET came closer to organize such a wonderful, the national level online industrial training for the students. We are very happy from the overwhelming response, more than 10,000 across the states of India. They are representing more than 2,100 engineering colleges in India. So I should thank the coordinator from the Pantech Solutions and VCET for the effort. I hope this 5-day lectures or the training will be very useful for the students. So this is only a kindling effort. So you have to take whatever they are telling and you have to develop yourself. So the skill development is definitely within yourself and your potential and how you are utilizing the opportunities. Plenty of opportunities are there, but you have to raise to the occasion. I hope this industrial training program will be progressed in various disciplines in the future. I thank all the organizers and I wish you all the very best for the young, energetic engineering students. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jayaraman sir, as well as Dr. K.R. Valluvan sir. So I take this as immense pleasure in order to conduct this particular technology-oriented seminars on behalf of Pantech Solutions. So I think it's time to start the session. So good evening to one and all. So today we are going to learn what is the future scope of engineering in global development. So according to this particular session, why it has been urgent, it is nothing but many of the students or faculties, many of them are lagging. So what is the current technology? So till past 2-3 years, we were able to hear some of the names such as AI, artificial intelligence, IoT, then deep learning, machine learning, and there are some of the implementations that has been going on currently. So the students nowadays just are opting only for the common based of streams, such as working in electricity board by studying the EEE, or working on automobile with the help of mechanical, working in software companies with the help of computer science or IT department. So in order to overcome that, so how it can be overcome? So our following sessions will be regarding towards the complete new technology that has been initiated. Whatever this today's session, it is nothing but just a kickstart for the upcoming sessions. So for that only we will be calling it as Industry 4.0. So before that, I would like to give a small intro on Pantech Solutions. Pantech Solutions has been originated in the year of 2004. We have 7 branches and 100+ employees. We have conducted more than 1,200 workshops. We are also proud to say that crossed more than 100 webinars during this pandemic period. We have our own R&D for industrial projects. We also conduct faculty development programs, hands-on training workshops, internships and implant trainings, short-term courses, value-added courses, academic project training, and we also provide customized design services at the state of R&D. We have been expertised in these domains such as Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, embedded system or robotics, VLSI, FPGA, TMS processors, image processing with OpenCV as well as MATLAB, network simulation, power electronics, electric vehicle, big data and data analytics, Internet of Things in the name of the cloud computing, Python with Android Kotlin, Android application development, data image text mining, cloud computing, and mobile computing. So generally, if we go for this particular session as Industry 4.0, so how we can say it as a just in the form of the next level of industries. So before that, we have to know what is Industry 4.0 and what are its evolutions. And based on this evolutions, we will also be seeing how each and every technology has been playing a major role for this particular Industry 4.0. So today's content is about Industry 4.0, evolution of industries, technology involved in Industry 4.0, and conclusion regarding towards some implementations. So generally, Industry 4.0, it is nothing but a digital transformation, or we can say the highest level of some upgradations given towards the industries. So in this world, there are many industries. So what kind of industries are in the sense? Developing the steels, developing automobiles, developing softwares, and developing the robots. So these are all integrated towards each and every machines. Whereas developing the particular robot company cannot be said as a Industry 4.0, but the technologies, whatever they use, because the robots also has been developed from the year of 1970s in that periods. And whenever we start to talk towards the industry, we can go little back from the history. So during that 1800s or 1900s, we were able to use some stone ages. And later on towards our India, we can say that British has come inside. And with the help of them, they have started to produce the steel, name as Tata. And nowadays, we can hear the name Tata itself. It is the strongest industry, which has many share markets. At the same time, they are also implementing more level of the technologies. So what kind of technologies in the sense, their latest level technologies in the automobiles, as well as their food particles. And we can also say towards their another part of jewels in the form of some wearables such as smartwatches, etc. So this is one kind of example which I can able to give among the strongest industry of India. Even I can say also it is among the famous industries in the world. And similarly, like one of the most heard industries is nothing but the Reliance. So these are all, I'm proud to say that these are all comes under the Indian technologies only. Okay. So wherever if we go, India will be just a kickstart for all the kind of technologies. So let it may be deep learning or artificial intelligence. Even we can say it as who found out the USB or researching regarding the DNAs. So these are all some of the some theories whenever if we go regarding towards each and every industry. So nowadays the industries are nothing but focusing to just to cure out the complete COVID-19, and they have successfully found out, right? So this also plays a major role whenever if we go for towards the advanced level of industry. Let it be in researching the particular biotechnological labs with the help of electronics, or they will also be using some of the AIs as their assistants, and they will be having definitely using this particular kind of conveyors or different kinds of embedded systems in order to find out or to make their work as easy as possible. So this industry 4.0 can be said as fourth industrial revolution, and also represents a new stage organization to control in the value of a chain. So now we have said just it is a latest evolution of industry, right? So what were the previous evolutions of the industry? So whenever if we go for the previous evolutions, we will be starting from industry 1.0. It was comes under 1784. They have started with mechanical production, steam and water, power, and weaving loom. So with the help of the these are all different functions of the industries. Mechanical production in the sense manufacturing the gears or getting some steels. So then steam and water, mostly the steam, it is used to travel, nothing but the steam engine. And with the help of steam also they have just doing some medications. In olden days, the complete Ayurvedas and all completely going with the help of steam as well as the water only. And this steam and water is mostly applied with the help of the Indian as well as nearly towards the Stone Age periods. And whenever if we go for this kind of steam as well as the water, the steam plays a major role with the help of steam engine that has been produced by the coal. And nowadays we are using the same technology in order to produce the power. So this is one kind of some new technologies evaluated. Then weaving loom. So the weaving loom is nothing but to provide the stitches or provide some dress materials with the help of some threads or some of the connectivities with the help of the nylon as well as some of the artificial or the latest. And previously they were using the woolen as well as cotton in this way. Then later on, industry 2.0, first assembly line, then mass production, electricity provide, discovery of oil and production of petrol. So generally the first assembly line, what does this assembly line mean for? So whenever we go for this industry, we can say many of the conveyors which has been assembled in a line. So each and every stage of the line is nothing but each and every production. For example, if we go for any of the battery oriented industry, the first position is to just place a particular cubic box, and within the cubic box they will be filling the particular acids. That will be the next stage. Then they will be filling the electrodes as well as cathodes, all the complete materials whichever they needed. Then later on they will be just freezing the particular thing, and the last stage is nothing but to give the full charge. So after this charge they will be just analyzing whether this battery is efficient or not, so that they will be giving it for the particular testing purpose. So this will be the particular last line. So in this way, if we go for the assembly line in the sense, definitely going with the step-by-step production. So in this way only we will be able to similarities with the help of the first assembly line. And at the same time, you might have seen some of the videos of automobile production. So there will be number of persons standing opposite to each other, and the conveyor will be moving from one step to another. And based on this step movement, they have to fix the each and every parts within the fraction of time. So that is another one example regarding to the assembly line. Mass production. So whenever this assembly line has been implemented, therefore within some seconds we will be able to produce more amount of products. For example, if I take the bike or the particular battery, so per day they will be producing amount of 500 to 800 batteries. So during this lockdown period itself, they are being produced. And just to think about what will be the situation during the normal time. Similarly, if we go for the TVS productions, they will be releasing around of 1K to 2K bikes per day. So they were having that much demand. So this and all nothing but regarding towards the evolution of some implementations only. So that leads towards the mass production. And electricity. So even though during the industry 1.0 there was some power oriented applications, but it was not much famous regarding towards it. But later the electricity distribution was possible to all over the world. Therefore, they have started to run with electrical conveyors or any of the electrical systems. Even if you see some of the oldest robots, they will be run with the help of mechanical. Then later on, they have moved towards the electrical part just to energize the particular of section, or we can also say that moving part of the motor. So like this, they have started to provide electricity. Then they have started to use microprocessor and automation chips. And later on, nowadays, we are using very minute chips with the help of VLSI design. So now, whichever the robot which you are going to see, it will be in the minute size with multiple functions. Similarly, the discovery of oil and production of petrol. So generally, before this discovery of oil as well as production of petrol, everything was done with the help of coal. Then later on, after the discovery of this oil as well as the petrol, they have started to implement these kind of products to as a new technological invention. So it may be like a lamp with the help of oil and a gas oriented lamp. Then later on, this petrol has been started to use for vehicles. So in this way only some of the evolutions, and this evolution has been happened during the year of 1870. So there were some different about 100 years. Then next, Industry 3.0 has been initiated with the year of 1969. So during that time, the computers and IT, they have been started. They were the starting period. And we might have heard regarding towards the controllers or processors and all. So what are the older days processors which we are hearing during our college days? It is nothing but 8085, 8051. So with the help of this kind of circuits, so whenever the transistor has been implemented, they have started to use the circuits, and with the help of integrated chips, they have started to apply the logic gates or applying the huge number of tasks with the help of a single chip. So initially the computers were with the help of the vacuum tubes, and later on transistor, then processor, and it has been evaluated. Still now we are using the processor only, but the size of the computer has been reduced. So that is the plus point with the help of the technological evolution. Then automated productions. So whatever the conveyors or the first assembly line, whichever we have seen, what is the difference in the sense during that first assembly line, the assembly lines will be moving manually. It is not done by a complete automation, but whereas the present line is nothing, assembly line, it has been completely automated with the help of PLCs. It is nothing but programmable logic controller. And regarding towards a programmable logic controller, what is the advantage? So it is able to control a huge amount of system with high electrical speed and with quick response. And in order to control it from remote places, they have also implemented another one function known as SCADA. So with the help of this automated production, it has been started to move automatically. And how the assembly lines will be there in the sense within a fraction of second, or they will be keeping some time limit for that. So within this time limit, the particular employee should finish the work that has been assigned to him. So after this particular time, the conveyor starts to move on towards the next step. So in this way only that automated productions and the global supply chains. So they have started to transport this kind of products from one place to another. Whenever if we go for this kind of productions, definitely we will be applying towards it, that such as transportation. So the olden days transportation are nothing but modes of transport are through train as well as ship, and later on they have implemented the flights. Then with the help of roadways such as the lorries or some other heavy vehicles, so they were able to transfer this kind of productions within the localized areas. So these are all nothing but global supply chains. They have also started many of the branches within the India or outside the India, and therefore many of the industries have led a successful thing regarding towards this industry 3.0. Then industry 4.0, what it is currently moving on. So the currently moving on in the sense each and every day we are able to hear some new technologies. Even though we team are just conducting the repeated technologies, but it is nothing but just evolutions. So many of them, it is a new for them. Even many of the staffs might know this and all names, but they will be thinking how they are implementing towards the industry. So we have to know where it is being implemented and which industry it is being implemented. So the current technologies are nothing but interconnection of technology, like how it is being technologically connected by us. Even I don't know many of them, and many of them just will be familiar only with the help of this YouTube webinar, with the help of this Pantech e-learning branch. So with the help of this interconnection only, it is connectivity to all, especially during this lockdown. And even during this lockdown, it is not feeling that we are so much far because of this particular interconnection as well as the communication, and therefore the mass connectivity. So for that example, I can give it as currently the connected people towards this particular session is nothing but 2.1K. So this will be known as the mass connectivity. Even it can be extended till n number of K connectivities. So this particular technology evolves us in order to share many of the reasons or share many of the day-to-day lifestyles with the help of this short or within a short span of time. So I hope it has been only half an hour by starting this particular program, and therefore I was able to share this many such evolutions towards this. Then smart devices. The one smart device example is nothing but our mobile phones. So within our mobile phone, what and all the features we have? We can talk to anyone, we can message through LTE communication, or we can also send message through WhatsApp. So multiple message activities can be done, and we can send mail. We can take our phone as our assistant itself, such as if I give some command to store this particular day, and this will be the important day for my any of the meetings or for any of my product deliveries in that way. So that time it will be acting as my assistant. Whereas in previous, they will be keeping some personal assistant and we will be providing some charges to them. But nowadays, whatever we are buying, we will be having all kind of implementations over there. Now, even you students or those who are watching this particular session, most of them will be viewing only with the help of mobile, right? So with the help of mobile itself, it is very easy to learn these kind of things. Then computers in even the smallest devices. So generally, I'm just beginning with the help of some of the functions towards IoT implementation or deep learning or AI. So these are the works that I am taking over within my organization. And the thing is nothing but for deep learning or for AI, we require a highest or a huge amount of system. But just I am using my laptop in order to train, or with the help of some production activities, even I can design some applications. So the size of my laptop is nothing but it is only the 15 inches. So the smallest device which is able to take some real-time data at the same time I'm able to process it with high speed of configuration. So this is nothing but the current evaluation that is currently going on. Still there is not find any end. And due to this industry 4.0 conversion, even the industry nothing but Ashok Leyland or TVS, some of the automotive industries, they have just started the layoff section, nothing but to change or make some modifications within the companies. So therefore, they will be implementing the semi-automation. And later on, this Bharat Benz, that is one kind of automobile company, they have implemented the ADAS system, Advanced Driver Assistance System. So that particular system will play a major role in order to find out the drowsiness of the driver or to find out the emotion of the driver. And regarding the particular emotion, the particular system will be alerting to them or towards the nearest any of the controllers or regarding towards their particular organization. So in that way, it is possible to alert. So this is nothing but the evolution of technology, and still the technology will be keeping on implementing, and we are awaiting for the most required technology is nothing but 5G, because for the IoT, whichever we are saying towards day to day with all the facilities, that requires the 5G network in order to stabilize the signal, and the entire world is now waiting for that. So they will be launching soon with less drawbacks, and which is more useful for all the peoples, and mostly the engineering students. They will be mostly working regarding towards it, and with the help of the 5G there will be some more implementations regarding towards the IoT. So I hope everyone is audible. So these are the current technologies involved within this industry 4.0. Therefore, big data and analytics, autonomous robots, simulation, horizontal and vertical system integration, the industrial Internet of Things, cyber security, the cloud, additive manufacturing, augmented reality. So these are the common application that has been implemented towards entire industry 4.0. But if you go for the current situation towards the industries, you might be able to see either 2 to 3 technologies that has been implemented. Such as in some of the industries, you will be having some simulations. So industries like constructions and industries like manufacturing some of the electrical or electronic products, they will be aware of this big data analytics and simulations, as well as cyber security. And some of the manufacturing companies will be implemented towards this additive manufacturing, and some of the industries will applying towards this industrial Internet of Things, and some will be providing this autonomous robots, not the manufacturing part, the implementation part, because manufacturing is entirely different from implementation. This autonomous robot should be used by some of the industries. So then only the industry will be turning it as industry 4.0. And now let us see the step by step what and all the each technology explains us. So if you have any doubts, you can just post it within this YouTube chat section. So let us start with big data and analytics. So this is nothing but a complex process, it can be said, because a huge amount of data. So whenever if you go for the huge amount of data, what and all the data will be there, either regarding towards the patients for the hospitals, and we can check for the consumers who are looking for the mobile or who are looking for the automobiles. Then some of the persons who are looking for the jobs. So this is all nothing but some of the data. So whenever we provide the data, we have to analyze it. So in what way the analysis can be done? So if you are taking for the patient records, what kind of disease they have been affected, that is one kind of section, and the age group, the gender, and the location. So these are some of the data they can be analyzed for patients. And in case if they are going for the automobile section, so what kind of automobile the consumers are looking for? Some of them will be looking for the heavy vehicles. Some of them will be looking for SUV or LUV vehicles. Some of them will be looking for the two-wheelers. So according to their pulse, they will be starting to produce their entire productions. Then if you are going for this kind of some technologies regarding for the consumer oriented, especially the Amazon or Flipkart, they are applied with the help of machine learning as well as artificial intelligence. At the same time, they also have big data analytics. So therefore, they will be analyzing for which kind of product they are looking for. And most of them, they will be all the persons or all the consumers, they will be focusing only for the technological products like smart TVs or smartphones with high specification and low price. And due to this data analytics only, each and every 3 months interval, they are providing some kind of offers. So what are the main applications regarding towards the big data analytics in the sense enterprise data warehousing? Whereas this application, I can give a cute example, is nothing but our Google. So whatever we are doing, even let it be regarding my organization or your college or whatever the data you are searching, all the entire data will be stored within their data center. So that is one kind of application towards this big data as well as analyzing. Then business intelligence. So nowadays everyone has started to do their digital marketing. The digital marketing in the sense sharing the promos of their entire products through online. It will be there in YouTube or it will be there in Facebook, Instagram. So like this, n number of social medias. Predictive analysis. So how many members have been seen? So how many members will be able to purchase it? And how many of them are interested to attend this particular session? Or how many of them are interested to research in this particular technology? And within this year, how many vehicles they will be able to produce, and they will be able to sell it towards the consumer. So how many of them will be exchanging their old vehicle and buying the new vehicle? So this and all can be put within the help of predictive analytics. Real-time streaming analytics. This particular analytics is mostly used in functions regarding towards what I can say trading. So stock market or trading. Many of them will be going towards the trading and all with the help of money, especially in Olymp trade or raise option like that kind of some websites. So this and all can be done as a real-time streaming analytics. So whenever if you log on to the particular function, you will be able to see so how the analysis is going on. So therefore the autonomous robots. So whenever if we go for the autonomous devices and physical robots, therefore there will be many kinds of applications regarding towards it, right? So what is this autonomous robot is made up of? So how we can say it as autonomous robot, which is doing automatically the task specified by the particular commanding person. Therefore, it can be said as a autonomous robot. So generally, the industries currently they are using the semi robots only, semi-controlled robots or standalone robots. So what is a standalone robot? So generally, the standalone robot will be assigned only with single task. So what is the task in the sense? Mostly they will be applying towards pick and place robots. So picking one kind of product and placing it to the other another place, and this robot will be able to carry some tons or some kgs amount of this particular product, and therefore it will be able to rotate from uh, one particular position to another position. It may be from 0 degree to 270 degree, or it may be able to rotate from 0 to 360 degree. And these robots will be just differentiated with the help of degree of freedom. So this and all can be said as autonomous robots. And nowadays we are seeing some autonomous cars. So that is also can be said as one kind of advantage or one kind of the latest function regarding towards the autonomous robot. And you can see the pictures with different robots. And towards the left side, you will be able to see one of the smallest robot, that is nothing but known as the Navo. It is just a act as a personal assistance, and this robot has been invented in the Japan. And you can see the right side. This is the latest trend robot that has been released by Boston Dynamics. So what is the particular purpose of this robot in the sense? We can use it for many kind of application. Even the robot, which is able to see in the yellow color. So it is detected as mini Boston Dynamic. And within this particular mini Boston Dynamic, it is able to pull a person like a form of cart. This can be traveled even within the fire or through water. It is water resistible, fire resistible. It has implemented with help of artificial intelligence with speech recognition system. Even a small camera is also being fixed over in order to visualize the particular area. So the advanced level or the full version, it is nothing but the other Boston Dynamics, which is also does the same functions, and it can also perform some gymnastics or some of the stunts. So these are all some of the latest trend in autonomous robot. So in your meantime, you can just check through that particular name as Boston Dynamics robot. So guys, if you have any doubt, you can just put within this chat box. So therefore the simulation. So the simulation will play a major role in nowadays, because if any person is going to just start his industry or start his any of the innovative product, so nowadays the entire thing is nothing but the cost effective. So during that cost effectiveness problem, therefore they will be just approaching for this kind of simulation only to check the trial and error method. So this trial and error method is done with the help of simulation. Even for installing some of the uh, electricity boards or electricity production, definitely they will be doing some kind of simulation, whether there are any losses or what kind of transformer they have to be applied, or to which area how much amount of power can be released, and whether this will be reporting if there is any defect in the system. So this is all some of the simulation that has been done with the help of some softwares known as MATLAB as well as ETAP. Similarly, for electronic simulation, this can be done with the help of Proteus. And PCB design, that kind of simulation, VLSI design can be done with the help of Cadence. And at the same time, the VLSI can also be implemented with the help of Xilinx. And similarly, you can see some two images, how the industries are being simulated with the help of the 3D diagrams. So with the help of this 3D industrial structures, so the right side of the image, it is nothing but the conveyor, and this conveyor is nothing but just transporting the completely produced or manufactured product, just moving on towards the particular layers where they will be storing it. And right side, they are simulating if they make a standalone robot just for fixing up the automobile. So how the process will be done, or what are all the particular machines they will be using. For this, I will be suggesting the particular software, nothing but known as RoboDK. So RoboDK is one of the offline programming which will be able to simulate, as well as you can also implement it towards the controllers such as Raspberry Pi, or even it can be implemented with the help of Windows also. So this RoboDK software will also contains packages such as ABB robot, Robot Bosch robot, and Cuckoo robot. So these kind, each and every robot will be having their own application with different specifications, such as starting from 3 degrees of freedom and ending till 12 degrees of freedom. So whenever if we go for like this kind of horizontal as well as the vertical system, that is another one implementation regarding towards the complete section of Industry 4.0. So generally this integration as well as the company takes over with another operation, or just searching for their whether their production is increased, or whether production is maintained, or whether is there any loss of their raw materials. So whenever we go for this raw materials, that it is nothing but it plays a major role in all the production or manufacturing industry. So according to the products that has been released, the raw materials should be balanced within the particular industry. So for that kind of integration, they will be using this horizontal as well as vertical system. Yeah, simulation in the sense, since everyone is creating new innovative products, definitely they have to simulate, right? Even if you are creating an Android app within your system, definitely you will have an emulator. So whether it will be working fine, is there any problem? If you are using any of the communication oriented towards your app, either Bluetooth or it can be set as internet. So whether it is working perfectly or all the GUIs are correct, whether you are able to access all the applications or all the functions which you have provided towards it. So these kind of things are done only with the help of emulator, because they won't be able to update the product completely designed app directly towards the app store or towards any of the organization before they are testing. So for the testing purpose only, we will be using this entire simulation or emulator, even for hardware as well as software oriented devices. So the main thing, whenever if you are just learning regarding these technologies, first just try to simulate it. Try to simulate it with n number of times. If you are creating a product, simulate it for 100 times with all different factors, so that you will be able to know what are the fault or what are the defects you will be able to see. So I have received a question, nothing but Industry 4.0 is dangerous to birds. Why do we use Industry 4.0? So generally, Industry 4.0 is not dangerous towards the birds, whereas some of the communication radiations that are definitely dangerous towards the birds. If you are going with alone with the embedded system with a low level communication or low level frequency, definitely it is not a dangerous thing. Whereas some radiations even will be affecting towards the humans also, not only for the birds. So that's why only we have to take some precautions. What kind of precautions? In the sense, if you are working in the sense in between, you have to walk just for a 10 to 20 minutes break, and at the same time don't stare at your system for a long time. And if you are just sitting within the AC, just you have to blink the eyes. So these are some of the precautions that has to be taken for humans whenever they are going with Industry 4.0. So the different simulation tools name are nothing but MATLAB, Proteus, Cadence, Xilinx, LabVIEW. LabVIEW is the latest and high trending simulation tools used for multiple purpose. Yeah, introduction to 5G, it is a little bit dangerous, not only for humans or animals, even it is danger for plants also. So it has that much radiation, and they have tried to reduce the frequency for this particular 5G. And I hope so whenever they release, there won't be any of the problems. Definitely the 5G is being tested for Reliance company as well as this Airtel. So whenever I'm reading these articles, I'm able to see these kind of newses. So that's why I've been sharing in this way. Yeah, generally for Industry 4.0, it is very difficult to show the entire practical system. So definitely upcoming is nothing but the in detail of these kind of techniques only. So definitely you will be seeing somewhat or some useful practical sessions. Both LabVIEW as well as MATLAB is used. LabVIEW belongs to National Instruments. They are famous for designing the chips, and it is a branch of Texas Instruments. And this MATLAB is used by the MathWorks. So even during your college, if you are belongs to EZ or EEE, definitely you are fond of this MATLAB. And now the MATLAB is being highlighted even for image processing as well as artificial intelligence. How electrical engineering is used in Industry 4.0. So power electronics or industrial electronics, even implementing the embedded system within the vehicle with the help towards electric vehicle. So this and all can be said as Industry 4.0 only. So I hope we also have a session regarding towards electric vehicles. So the next thing is nothing but industrial Internet of Things, which is famous for all the technologies. And currently, if we go for the industrial Internet of Things, according to our industry, the main industrial Internet of Things is nothing but this Google Drive, or can be said as this particular YouTube or Zoom application, or this particular Google Meet section. So these and all our own implementation towards our industry. Even the later on, this industries are nothing but just monitoring their product productions or service maintenance, and logging the data of entire employment. So within the particular time, you may have seen that everyone is able to receive their salary through the internet itself, just as nothing but online banking. Just they have to give their account details and name. Automatically, they will be received by the particular day. And reminding someone's birthday with the help of this particular system. And we can also see that just monitoring a particular device with the help of internet. What is the temperature of the particular robot, or what is the temperature of the particular conveyor? So these and all completely can be said as this industrial Internet of Things. And here the internet will be playing a major role as a communication module. There is no other special things. Just we are uh, giving the complete industry as a life, providing a life to the industry for communication purpose with the help of internet. So therefore, they have started to realize the particular industry sections. Everything is possible. It cannot say that distorted many jobs and all. Even many job applications are there. They're not finding any of the efficient people for that. So that is the main reason for that. So is there any doubt regarding this? You can just post it. Both are having the same level, whether it will be MATLAB or LabVIEW, both are having the same level. Just it depends upon the industry, whoever they use. So the other section is nothing but regarding towards the cyber security. So whenever if we go for towards the cyber security, definitely we can say that complete security analysis for each and every online oriented. Many of them will be asking to me whether it is good for implementing towards the Internet of Things, towards all the system, whether the hacker will be able to hack all the data. So for that, we'll be having only this kind of function, nothing but known as cyber security. And the latest level of the cyber security, it is possible to implement with the help of blockchain. So currently the blockchain research is going on. Once if it gets implemented, we can say that there is a some medium level of security level can be implemented towards all the IoT devices. So cloud computing. So cloud computing is nothing but creating virtual data storage. So for example, nothing as a Dropbox, Google Drive, and these two are some of the main that has been used for the cloud data storage. And some of the cloud data storage which we are accessing, it is nothing but regarding towards Netflix or Hotstar, Amazon Prime, and some of our e-commerce. They are storing their data towards the cloud. We are able to access as easy as possible. Then additive manufacturing. Nowadays we can see many of the products has been implemented with the different shapes and with some attractive shapes. So on behalf of this particular shapes, it is completely designed by a system known as 3D printing. Whereas this implementation can only be done only with the help of a CAD known person. Especially in mechanical, they will be designing in this way kind of some manufacturing oriented products. So therefore, they will be implementing towards this particular automation. So after designing, they will be converting to the one part of format, and this format they will be feeding it towards that particular system, and therefore it starts to design the particular product. And therefore we can see many of them are nowadays designing this 3D printed turbines or 3D printed covers for each and every plastic or some kind of products and all. It cannot be said as a plastic, but it is a kind of fiber mixture. Even that is available in different versions. Even some of the medical oriented items also, they are being manufactured with the help of this 3D printing, such as artificial heart or artificial womb. So these are all some of the creativities within the biotechnology with the help of additive manufacturing. And the foremost thing which is going to be beyond deploying it. So till it has not reached to the market out of the game. So it takes some more time in order to reach towards the market. But even though this is the fantastic thing, nothing but known as augmented reality. And therefore, this augmented reality is nothing but known as one kind of interactive experience by combining the imaginary as well as the real-time world. So whereas it is not possible to see through a naked eye. So we can have AR glasses or HoloLenses. It is also possible to view with the help of our phone. So the latest augmented reality that has been implemented is by the Google in order for social learning for kids. So they have enabled some of the 3D models for displaying it. Even they will be providing the sound as well as we can see how they will be moving. Even we can just implement it by just seeing within our view. So with the help of this, we will be going with augmented reality. And this augmented reality can also be implemented or combined with some other technologies known as artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, or with embedded systems. So tomorrow's session, it is will be completely regarding towards your practical as well as the theoretical things. So definitely, I hope everyone has enjoyed this particular session. If you have any of the queries, you can just put it within the chat box. And tomorrow's session is nothing but Internet of Things as well as the cloud interface. So whatever we have seen regarding towards this Industry 4.0, among that part is nothing but Internet of Things. And we have seen it in the mode of Industry Internet of Things. So with some of the basic application, tomorrow you will be able to see regarding towards this. And the upcoming, some of the technologies are nothing but electric vehicle design using MATLAB, deep learning and artificial intelligence, advancement of 5G communication. So whatever we have seen today as an overview, so in upcoming days you will be seeing it as the major core working, and you will also will come to know how you will be able to access among the global area, and what will be your role that you have to decide if you have interested in this particular technologies. So for further training or further sessions, if you want to conduct in the name of your college or associated with your college, you can contact us in these numbers towards Mr. Sendil Kumar, Mr. Srinivasan and Mr. Kumaraswamy. You can also approach us through our website pantechelearning.com and pantechsolutions.net. Thank you for your all valuable comments. I sincerely thank Dr. Jayaraman sir, Dr. Valuan sir, and Mrs. K. Kavita ma'am for providing this indeed opportunity in order to quick start with the future development access towards this engineering world. So on behalf of Pantech Solution as well as Velalar College of Engineering and Technology, I thank all the participants, those who have participated and made this session as a wonderful section. Thank you all. Indeed, heartful welcome to all the participants for your valuable comments. So I hope everyone has enjoyed it by seeing this particular comments and all.